good afternoon. Welcome to Younib TV News at 1. My name is Nancy Wambui. Now, following the recent heat in the country due to controversial Finance Bill 2024, the government has dropped VAT on bread, motor vehicle tax, and eco-levy on locally produced products. Here is the report.
When we started the public participation in Finance Bill of 2024, we did make a promise that public participation would not be an exercise in futility. We have listened to the view of Kenyans, and we are all in agreement that there are two things that we must do. One of them is that we need to protect Kenyans from increased cost of living, and therefore the proposed 16% VAT on bread has been dropped. To support again, on reducing the cost of living, we are doing something about vegetable oil so that we do not make it expensive for Kenyans. Transfer of mobile services is a key concern to many Kenyans, and therefore, again, we have proposed that we do not have any increase on taxation or mobile phone transfer. We have seen in the recent past the proposals that we've made on statutory deductions on SHIF and housing levy has added a loan on especially on salaried Kenyans, and therefore we have proposed that those statutory deductions now be allowable to pay, so they will not pay an additional pay on those. We all agree that environment conservation is a key concern. The fact that we've had a drought and a few months of floods and our drainage clogs, we have agreed that we need to make a good decision about how to protect our environment. And that is what the wisdom on the introduction of eco-levy. However, imposing this on locally manufactured goods would again increase the cost of those locally manufactured goods in the country and stand a risk of making them not competitive in the East African market and globally. Therefore, this eco-levy will only be chargeable to imported finished products. And therefore, all locally manufactured items, and especially including diapers and sanitary towels, will not be subject to eco-levy. We must make sure that we become a manufacturing country and not a trading country. And therefore, the imposition of this only on imported finished products makes our locally manufactured products more marketable to the, not just reducing the price, but also making them affordable to even export. On the VAT threshold, we have proposed in our amended report to increase that VAT threshold from 5 million shillings to 8 million shillings. Therefore, small and medium enterprises that have turnover of less than 8 million shillings do not therefore have to register.
The First Lady Rachel Ruto has emphasized the urgent need for educational reforms in the country. Speaking during the celebrations to mark the Day of the African Child at Muriithi Primary School in Taita Taveta County, Ms. Ruto emphasized the transformative power of education and the need to embrace educational reforms for the benefit of the Kenyan children. Addressing the participants, the First Lady highlighted Kenya's significant strides in boosting education, including recruitment of 30,000 additional teachers in 2023, a remarkable increase from 1,100 teachers hired in the previous year. Here is the report.
Ambaye leo ndio mgeni wetu wa heshima.
Madam Rachel, that Children Act have addressed all issues. However, despite having all this progress, still the child in Kenya are facing challenges in terms of food, in terms of shelter, in terms of education, in terms of violence against them, in terms of early childhood marriages, in terms of child trafficking, female genital mutilation.
Tuko na shida na watoto wetu kujikimu shuleni kwa sababu ya hali ya ukame ambayo tumepitia kwa muda mrefu. Kwa hivyo tunaomba program ya school feeding program ikaweze kusaidia hawa watoto wakae mashuleni, maana wengi wameshindwa kukaa hapo kwa sababu manyumbani kuko na mashida.
We must commend our government for the significant strides we have made towards achieving the theme of this celebration, as well as the impactful steps we have taken to improve the state of education nationwide. These include the recruitment of 30,000 additional teachers in 2023, which has brought the total number of teachers to 41,000, a 272% increase for the 11,000 teachers we had in 2022.
Now speaking during Eid al-Adha prayers at Ronald Ngala Grounds, Mombasa Governor Sharif Nasir has criticized those who are championing the one-man, one-shilling formula, saying the move will deny other counties revenues, hence affecting the development. Here is the report.
Ukiangalia hii latest report ya Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, Mombasa iko amongst the top wenye kuleta input katika GDP yetu. Ukifika katika Kilifi pia vile vile. Kwale is not badly off as well. Kisha wale ambao kwamba kaunti nyingine watu wanasema kwa wao wako wengi, wametushinda kwa kuzaa peke yake. Lakini kuna tofauti ya kuzaa na kuwa na mazao. Now, if that is going to be the argument that kila moja atazungumza ya kwa one man, one shilling. By the way, as a county of Mombasa, we have to stop being selfish kwa sababu tukisema ya kwa tutajiangalia sisi kwa sababu population yetu kubwa, tukumbuke ya kwa tuna wenzetu ambao kwamba wako Lamu, kuna wenzetu ambao kwamba wako Tana River, kuna wenzetu ambao kwamba wako Taita. They will greatly be affected, and wao pia wakiwa affected itatu affect sisi pia huku. Hasa ni kweli Mwenyezi Mungu aliwajalia ya kwa mukazaana, lakini Mwenyezi Mungu hakuwajalia ya kwa mko na lile ambao kwamba mnaweza kusema ya kwa ni zao katika nchi. Mombasa is amongst the biggest. Hasa ikiwa tutaanza kuzungumza tu ya kwa huyu ndo nini, that is the most, the basis of revenue share has many factors. And one of the factors that we want to be able to ensure is what you bring on the table. Yes, there's issues of poverty levels, but there's also now for a place like Mombasa, urban index as well, sharing of resources where other people are getting parks, where other people are not getting part of the resources. So that is not right.
Now, Wachera Secondary School in Baringo County is on the verge of closing because of lack of food and water. It is reported that over 40 students left the school after the severe food shortage. A neighboring primary school also faces acute water shortage, forcing learners to dig shallow wells in a nearby river under tight security. Here is the report.
Upande ya chakula tuko na shida, na shule huwa tunategemea capitation na fees ya wasasi. Sasa sababu hii area tumepata shida ya hii mambo ya usalama. Wasasi karibu wote walihama na mifuko yao, hawana chochote ya kulipa fees.
Watoto nyo tuko naye tuko na changamoto sana. Hatuna maji ya kunywa, ile tulikuwa tunakunywanga kitambo, kulikuwa na paul tuko kwa shule. Lakini hiyo paul iliharibiwa yote, na sasa hivi tukikuja kwa shule hivi, bowl maji yenye tunatumia ni ya mto ambaye hata tukifika huko ni security bado ni mbaya.
Kama Yate Secondary School last week watoto 45 walishika barabara wakaenda mkuu mpaka Marigat. Yeah. So kama hatapata chakula, kama wanafunzi hatapata chakula, watakuwa na shida, na shule wanaweza funga shule indefinitely kwa sababu ya chakula kabla hata uptime.
Many communities are unable even to support their families. Without food, many children will go back home and then they'll go back to other activities which are not good. So I would encourage the government to provide for the food, to provide for those provisions, financial provisions for the schools.
The capitation that they receive for this school is only for 20 students, Of course, you have seen for yourself the population has really grown. We currently understand that the school has a population of 400 plus students. So that is number one. Number two, we have visited even the school store, and they only have like one bag of maize.
The issue of food is a challenge, simply because my students are not paying fees because they were given scholarship, and therefore the bursaries comes once in a while, and sometimes it goes until it becomes a challenge in terms of food. So as we talk now, I have only one bag of maize, which shall be the supper for tonight, and from there then there will be a challenge.
Let us take a short break. We will be right back with more news updates.
Wewe ni mfanyabiashara katika sekta ya elimu, afya bora, usafiri ama unamiliki kampuni yoyote ile? Ungependa kupata fursa ya kutangaza biashara yako ili kuwafikia wateja zaidi? Usikonde. Runinga ya Younib inakupa fursa ya kupeperusha matangazo kuhusu bidhaa na huduma unazotoa kwa bei nafuu. Kwa maelezo zaidi, wasiliana nasi kupitia nambari za simu 0750344700 ama kupitia barua pepe marketing@younibtv.com. Jinyakulie leo. Younib TV, ever the best.
Welcome back. Now, the Ministry of Mining and Blue Economy has deployed geologists to conduct a seismic assessment to landslide-prone areas within Murang'a County. Already, a team of senior geologists has commenced the assessment in parts of Kangema sub-county where the earth faults have been witnessed. Mining PS Elijah Mwangi said on Wednesday that the assessment will help in making well-informed decisions on the utilization of the land.
Objective of MTP4 is to see to it that we reduce hunger, we reduce cost of living, we bring out more agricultural transformation, health, among others. But as part of the priority in this MTP4, we have mining and minerals. And we have told the people of Murang'a that the government of His Excellency William Ruto, in conjunction and collaboration with the county government, led by the governor of Murang'a, Dr. Irungu Kang'ata,
with an ambitious plan like the one we have, for example, expecting that we shall raise 600 billion shillings to fund education, expecting that we shall need to tarmac 6,000 kilometers, expecting that we need to employ we plan within this medium-term plan to employ 1.2 million youths. We also plan to do 1 million housing units. We plan to ensure that the youth also are able to grow by way of entrepreneur, that the universities will expand, that we have agriculture to be financed so that subsidies, when necessary, through.
Now, a face-off between residents of Lunenere residents in Ikolomani, Kakamega County over accusations of working in cahoots with an unwanted foreign gold mining company. The villagers who staged protests in the area claimed company Shanta Gold plans to displace them as they carry out their activities, which they have vowed to resist. On his part, Kakamega Senator Dr. Boni Kalwale wants the company to suspend its activities, get a mining license, and resume operations. Here is the report.
Hawa watu wamekuwa hapa for more than 21 years. Wanadanganywa wanafanya exploration. Vile tulitambua ya kwamba wanabeba fedha wakienda nayo, tulisema hatuwataki na wakaenda yes. But juzi wanarudishwa na mtu ambaye hatujui ni nani. Nao wanasema wanataka tena kufanya visibility study.
Ikiwa hawa wazungu watakuja na wanyakue hii fedha yetu, watoto wetu watakula nini? Sisi wenyewe tutakaa aje? To make it worse, wanasema sisi tuhame. Tunahamia wapi?
Kuna kampuni hapa ambayo imekuwa ikifanya gold mining for 21 years, wakidanganya stakeholders kwamba they have not struck gold, bado wanafanya exploration. So wananchi, because they see the gold that these people carry away they carry away 24 hours per day, wamesema tumechoka, hatutaki mali yetu iwe ikienda tukiona na.
Walisema hawajui kuchimba kama watu wako juu. Wanataka kufanya open cast mining, yani wasongeshe kila mtu. Hiyo ndio hatutaki kuhamishwa kutoka kwa maboma zetu.
Shanta Gold must leave Ikolomani. If they want to continue in Ikolomani, they should go and get a license for mining. Work on a license ya exploration, which is legal. And then when they come with that license, they'll sit with us. The law is there. We agree on how the returns on gold mining will be shared between the investor, the national government, the county government, the locals, and the owner of the land.
Now, the Junior Starlets beat the Burundians 2-0 at the Ulinzi Sports Complex in Nairobi on Sunday, winning the final qualification tie with a 5-0 aggregate score that assures them of a place in the Dominican Republic in October. Now, CS Ababu Namwamba hosted the players for dinner after the match, where he announced a bumper of 10 million shillings total rewards for the players and technical bench as a token for their brilliant performance. Here is the report.
Lazima washinde. Ngapi? 3 mtungi. 3-0. Mapema best. First half 2-0. Second half 1-0.
Tunamaliza, finish them.
Ngapi?
Tunawaua 5-0.
World Cup lazima tuende. Mangapi leo? World Cup tunafika. Hiyo 5. Tunapiga mtu. Piga 3-0.
If Kenyans needed a confirmation, a demonstration that Talanta Hela works and that investing in talent development works, then this is it. The Junior Starlets have just given us that confirmation.
After the tournament, we've managed to get teams in under 15, under 17, and under 19 for both girls and boys. And it's through that team that we now have these under 17 that represented our country today and brought us this glory.
For the first time, maybe 15,000 Kenyans today have watched, and I've asked at FIFA and been told that it's very rare for women under 17 to have that kind of viewership.
Now, in other news, there was a roundtable discussion on the role of communication on environmental justice, and here is the report.
Liberations and resolution, and we've spoken with people that are from far from our continent, that is the Pacific, the Asia, that is the Azerbaijan journalists, and the journalists from the Pacific, and the people of the New Caledonia, where we've learned a lot in terms of their struggle, what they are going through, and what really is to be under a colony of a country in the 20th century.
So today I managed to attend a conference on the role of communication in international relations, where we have discussed a lot from colonization and environmental justice, and also the role of communication in our day-to-day activity. So under colonization, I just realized like actually there's some countries which are still colonized. And also on that colonization aspect, we have to come to neo-colonization, where actually we are colonized, but sometimes we assume it.
In short, economic justice is the idea that the economy would be more successful if it is fairer. In other words, if we are to have a level ground in terms of offering economic opportunities, that is the only way out of achieving what we call economic justice.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Morris. That was very touching. And back to the physical platform, I'd like to open this floor to welcome two more remarks of us as media personnel, or people who work with media communications, of what we have witnessed when you're trying to follow up with the decolonization process. Thank you.
We talk about local communities, people, and even the science itself colonizing the system in a way of bringing carbon as a solution to the climate crisis. And at the same time, you find that the carbon systems have really maybe colonize and also bring the aspect of evacuating the communities, especially the indigenous community, from their lands, and also in a claim that they are responsible for the solution to the climate change and also all aspects. So from my perspective, I can say that the aspects of colonization or even the legacy of colonization is not historical only. It's also something that exists, and we really have to talk about, for us to maybe go into the solution of how we can really maybe tackle about, or even how we can decolonize the system and also the science. We really have to connect what is going on right now.
We have come to the end of our news bulletins at 1. Remember, learn from yesterday, live for today, and hope for tomorrow. It was with me, Nancy Wambui, Younib TV, ever the best.